the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. The quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. The quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. The quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. The quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the
in 3, 2, Beyond the Quest is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. You may hear us addressing live comments during the show. Beyond the Quest may not be suitable for all listeners. You're going to hear real, raw footage of real life first responders discussing anything and everything. You may hear from preachers, teachers, EMS personnel, 911 dispatchers, and more. Nothing is off the table, and nothing is edited out. The opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not necessarily reflect the views of the group Slim Chance Gaming or our sponsors. If you're easily offended, this may not be the show for you. Or then again, it could be. With all that out of the way, let's get started.
Good morning, people. Napkins is working on getting the mediocres here because they're mediocre. You like how I said that? Everybody say good morning to the wife, and she's just sitting here awkwardly silent and making me feel uncomfortable.
Good morning, guys.
The mic's over here.
Good morning, guys.
There we go.
Got Mario in here. Got Amy in here. Got Mama in here. Morning, guys and wifey. Napkins is fighting against a struggle bus. You have a cat on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's Gizmo. He thinks that's where he has to stay.
I told you need to take these other two cats we have.
I have enough. I don't need 6 cats.
Yeah, I mean, you're already up 4. Why not have 6?
After a certain point, you don't even realize you have them anymore.
How's everybody this morning?
I'm pretty good.
I'm not exactly sure what the issue is going on that he's trying to fix. Our version of Chad is trying to do his best, but it's like taking a horse to the water and trying to force it to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you mentioned that struggle bus, and that bus has a name. It's MoonPie.
It's the mediocres.
I had it easy. I just had to come in here and sit down.
Then she went back there messing with my sign for no reason.
No reason at all.
That I'm trying to work out up here.
There's crickets chirping up there.
It's more like a hamster slowly going on its little spin wheel.
That doesn't sound any better. You don't quit trying to jerk him out of my ear.
Well, it's a short little cord.
Lord have mercy, children. Somebody come get her.
Oh.
Still waiting.
How are our viewers while we wait?
I think they're just like us, waiting on the slowpokes. Why do you leave the cat there if you don't want the cat there?
Because he whines too much if I don't.
I thought you had a treat in your hand, like you were feeding it.
Invite the wifey, she can adjust the set.
Huh?
I'm confused too.
Me too.
I'm
We're
literally
good
sitting
but
here.
busy this morning. Hey, busy's good news, right? Huh? Huh?
I have to say I was glad to see Kentucky finally snap their 6-year dry spell and make it to the Sweet 16.
I was actually shocked they made it this far.
They
It
played
got
Tennessee
kind of touch and
Friday,
go.
I think.
Yep. For the 3rd time this year and the first time in 115 years that they will play each other in the NCAA.
I might watch that game.
It won't be easy.
No, like they only won by 3 points the first time they played in Nashville or Knoxville, whichever it is that Tennessee uses. I know one's Vanderbilt and one's Tennessee, and I get them confused. And then they won by 8 points at Rupp.
Which would be another reason that they'll probably play harder trying to win. Plus,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like the one game that actually matters.
True. If they can beat Tennessee, it'll be a big thing for them, considering it's first year coaching for Pope, and they rebuilt their entire roster.
So I heard a lot of people talking about Calipari moving on with Arkansas and this and that, and wondering if he's gonna make it farther in the tournament than Pope. And I was like, he had all of his star recruits with him.
Just to give a
Pope had
small
nobody.
update, not to interrupt y'all, but the current problem is that Mediocre MoonPie's Mac is not up to date on the latest software, so TeamSpeak will not install.
So what you're saying is we have to wait on a software update?
No, they're going to try and use Mediocre Mander's iPad.
He was using her computer and then quit using it to use his.
Yeah, and they didn't bring it with them. It's in Ohio.
That was smart.
Some people's kids.
I'll be back.
By the way, hope Vet's doing good this morning too. Amy,
I still don't
I'd
know.
say you all are busy.
I still don't know what your mom meant by she could say.
Yeah, I still don't know, Mama, what you meant by that.
I'm sitting here
Yeah.
looking at all these screens like this looks intense.
Unless you're saying we invited the wife on here, she can adjust the set the way she wants. Talking about the headphones.
His meeting went over. Oh.
Hey, he's a busy man. He's got things happening.
That's true.
Yes, and your sign. Well, she wasn't adjusting the sign. She was just looking at it. And
I was looking how it was hanging because he hung it, and he was like, "Don't touch it. It's barely hanging up there." It's like, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just looking at it.
Said everyone when they break something.
There's no
Wasn't
promises
me.
I was just looking at it. I didn't even touch it.
No, as you were saying before we got that update from Napkins, I don't understand why people are giving him so much credit when he took every recruit just about that he had, including several players who had played for Kentucky last year, with him to Arkansas. So he had good all-star players who had experience to be the bedrock for the new roster he made. So you can't really give him credit for how good he's doing at Arkansas. He has good players. Like, okay.
I was shocked he made it to the tournament.
Yeah, a lot of people argued they shouldn't have even been in it, but then they've turned around and they have clawed their way and hung in there. So
Then I believe last night's win, Kentucky tied North Carolina for the most NCAA tournament wins in history.
oh, I didn't know North Carolina had the most.
So if they beat Tennessee, then they will currently hold that. iOS client is in there, so they're in TeamSpeak, I'm assuming. Who knows? So what do you think about Chad?
I seen it as soon as we got on here.
That's Chad.
It's creepy.
It was really creepy last time. It was all dark like.
I thought it was tan, but it looks pink right now.
It is.
It is.
User left your channel.
He must be trying to troubleshoot with them in the
I'm really
client.
confused how he can do that, because isn't he recording?
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's going to be missing
User in
some
your
of the
channel
audio.
is recording.
I think he just realized.
Oh,
Where's Chad when you need him? Tell you what.
right.
To our listeners on the podcast, you might experience some brief silences and
I just pointed out, I don't think
Some
you can do that.
awkwardness.
You're recording.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's gonna be a moment in the podcast recording where you're gonna hear. Can you hear me?
To be fair, last time we had MoonPie on here, he said, "I'm gonna sit here quiet until you guys tell me I can talk." So then he hits recording on the software, and it says, "A user has started recording." So then all it starts with is MoonPie saying, "It told me you were recording." On the
Yep.
bright side, though, any live viewers won't have any pauses.
That's true. I
Just
mean,
like us in this long wait.
anyone who might be watching Napkins stream might be really confused why they're hearing us talk but not him. But
Is this me or Chad just lean over?
kind of looks like he slumped a little bit.
Did that bear move?
Or is it where the camera keeps trying to readjust?
No, he looks slouched over. Did that bear move?
I honestly
Lips are
don't know.
moving, but he is not talking.
If that bear moves, y'all stuck with her because I'm out.
Carly was sitting with the patient yesterday.
Hey,
and
Taco,
there was a
I'm
bear
gonna
in
throw you
there,
up and see
it
if
literally was
you can
laying
hear
down,
them.
And then she looked up and it was sitting up and she was freaked out.
Okay.
User was moved out of your channel.
And then there was only us. Welcome to the McMedics show. Yay. This is
User in
cue.
your channel is recording.
Did the Dylan thing.
Did you hear him?
No, I never heard anything. I kept
Okay.
asking if they could hear me, and they weren't replying.
Okay.
I said, and then there was just us. Welcome to the McMedics show.
Ugh. I guess
I apologize for the long wait, but at least you're not on just a countdown screen now and you get to look at our pretty faces.
and to pad out the time some, I guess.
I'm gonna try
Why
not
don't
to
we
pull this
tell
out of your
the
face. Oh.
viewers what we've been streaming lately?
Do what?
Talk to the viewers about what we've been streaming lately.
What we've been streaming lately?
Call of Duty.
Oh, we've been streaming Call of Duty.
Because you got the battle pass and we were trying to grind it out for you to finish it.
I did finish it.
And then we even had the
User
wifey on
left your
there playing
channel.
with us some.
Yep, believe it or not, this one's a Call of Duty player.
That's the only thing I'll play.
User in your channel is
She won't
recording.
try League.
Absolutely not.
She won't try Halo.
But I did take Napkins up on his challenge and watched 2 episodes of that show, and it was not for me.
You didn't like our game?
No.
You didn't finish it, did you?
Absolutely not.
You have to finish it to get it.
I told her the first 2 episodes to me, while I liked them, they were kind of slow. And by the end of the first season, I felt like it got a whole lot better.
Yeah, like the first few episodes, you gotta. It's like one of those TV shows you just kind of gotta get through and then it picks up.
Well, to be fair, I didn't like Big Bang Theory either until I started watching it with you, and then I caught on to the characters
You
matching
don't
up
like
with all
Big
you.
Bang Theory?
I do now, but the first part of it, I did not.
She was about free to give away. Just saying.
What was that other show that we watched that I was like, about, but oh, Chosen. I didn't like the first few episodes of it. I was like, I couldn't get into it, and then
It's very hard to
It
get
took
into at
off.
first. It's a very slow show to get going. But it's a good show. And I don't remember when that show was supposed to start back, but I did see a preview thing that The Chosen is doing, or a preview of the seasons coming up. It's pretty epic. It was like Johnny Cash's song "God's Gonna Put You Down," and I guess it's like the story in the Bible whenever Jesus makes the cat of nine tails. And he looked like the actor that plays Jesus in The Chosen. Like, he looks mad and he's holding a whip, and then he like snaps it, and then it's like, God's gonna put you down. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be epic.
I know that they're doing a special screening of the first episode at a big event later this week. That a bunch of, I guess you'd say, influencers and things like that are putting on. Uh, that wrestling is going to be one of them at it, along with the showrunner for Chosen and several others. And apparently, it's going to be a huge event thing. They're even selling digital tickets so people can watch the different things online if they can't make it there in person.
I am curious. I know Mama's watched it. Mario and Amy and Vet. Have you all watched The Chosen yet? You should really get on that. In case anybody was wondering, I did make a hashtag emote. I was asked to, and I did. No? You've not watched The Chosen? You gotta get on that, bro. I think you'd enjoy it. Hashtag.
Uh,
Kids even like it.
that actually sort of
Hashtag
touches
chosen.
on a topic I'd like to talk about if we can ever get the mediocres in here.
Well, I don't think our Chad's as good as Amy and Vet's Chad. No offense, Napkins. We love you. Maybe you should like tag team Chad in there. He's like right behind you.
They've not watched it either.
Oh my gosh, what is that air on?
Uh,
Is it Max?
The Chosen you can watch on Amazon. You can watch it on what all was it? Pureflix. It may be on Max as well. It's on a bunch of different streaming
I will
platforms.
say the first couple episodes, I mean, it takes a little bit of time to get into, but if you want to watch something that kind of gives you like a good backstory, it kind of starts taking place of like when Jesus starts coming into the picture, and then playing through like the book of Matthew is how I take it. Those in the Gospels, it's kind of how it starts taking off about how he meets the disciples and how they start following him, and all the things that Jesus does, like feeding the 5,000 and things, and it plays really good, just like an actual TV show. The characters have growth and everything, and it's really good. There's a lot of moments that there's some onions underneath your face. There's some moments me and my dog about shouted watching it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I have to say, I know there's been some criticism of it because of liberties they took with it to flesh out some of the characters more. But I have to say, I actually really like some of the things they've done, like making Matthew an autistic person. Like that, I felt like that was fitting considering how detailed the book of Matthew is.
Well, what I liked about it is, so when you read in the book of Matthew compared to the other Gospels, a lot of the times anything you read in the other Gospels, there's only one account for it. And then when you read it in the book of Matthew, there's multiple accounts for the same thing, and a lot of people talked about how Matthew was so paid so close attention to detail and everything, and the way the show plays it, it makes a lot of sense on how they done it, in my opinion. I mean, it does a really good job of it, and then you kind of, to me, it was more of like, oh, so now that this makes so much more sense looking when I read compared to what I just used to think.
It also helped me, like whenever I was reading the Bible and actually seeing it on screen, it helped me to like put two and two together because I'm a visual learner.
Which,
User
even the
left your channel.
disclaimer at the very beginning of each episode encourages you to go to the Bible for it, not just take the show as your only source for it.
Right.
User in your channel is recording.
Well, they have a name showing in TeamSpeak now.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh.
Mediocre.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
This is why we always tell people 30 minutes early.
Napkins wasn't even 30 minutes early.
That's true.
It's so weird though, because where he's muted, like his mouth's moving.
Right.
Anyways. You ready for
Anyways.
this? Are you ready for this? Wife, tell him about yourself.
I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm his wife. I'm a nurse.
That's all you need to know. She loves being on camera.
I hate being on camera and I hate being put on the spot.
And Taco
She
just
is a
done that
nurse.
to her. That's a shame.
Mm.
I can hear that cat.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you like put the cat on your head?
I don't think it'd stay there.
User left your channel.
I tell you what. This could be a while. It took him an hour and a half. To get him
User
on
was
the
moved to
time.
your channel. User in your channel is recording.
Wait.
It is
Wait.
on
I hear Mander.
mediocres. Change your voice settings again.
To what?
That first option,
Why do I not see them?
the automatic thing.
We got audio. One thing at a time.
Menu. Hold on. Settings.
I need to see MoonPie's face.
Okay. Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we got to get your camera going.
Copy and paste. Copy.
What is he copying and pasting?
Hello.
Lord have mercy.
For
People,
the viewers
I
and
just want you to know
listeners,
you requested this. I hope you're enjoying it.
They did. You did mention having behind the scenes. This is kind of a pre-behind the scenes.
No, this is live. This is live.
Oh, great.
for
And just
the,
to be fair, we have been up forever trying to get this to work.
Be fair. I have a question for you, Mander.
Amy thinks this is great, by the way.
Oh, wait. Am I supposed to mute this? Hold on.
I just got told to hold on my own show.
Next.
Who let her
For,
back in
Does
here?
that surprise you? It's
Kick her
Mander.
back out.
Confirm.
Okay, well, it's not going to mute you anyway. So what's your question?
How do you all work all your sound stuff, but you can't work a laptop?
We don't work our sound stuff either, to be fair.
That makes a lot more sense now that you mention it.
Settings button.
For the listeners and viewers, by the way, MoonPie has actually used the Medea Hallelujah and Hallelujah while preaching before.
Oh, speaking of which, you remember Kelly's post about a t-shirt that said her bruise?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, the back of this shirt that my wife is wearing says her bruise.
And you know how many times I've wore this?
Her
You actually wore it to church.
Her bruise. You know, the Medea version of Hebrews?
Get out of the settings.
Oh, out of the
Is
set.
that from
Mama
Tinu?
is requesting that we hear Medea on here, by the way, MoonPie.
See where it says include my camera? Turn that on.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm waiting for their faces to just...
Are we there? Can you
Nope.
see us?
Sure
Oh,
can't.
well, we can see you.
That helps me none.
Actually,
Helps me a ton.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
You know, I see ads are going to run in like 3 minutes, and by the time the ads are over, I'm challenging Napkins to have this up and going. Chad would have done already
Have
had
it
it.
fixed.
okay. Turn your camera back on.
the problem is sometimes you've just got to step out of the water. Hallelujah.
Are we there now?
Nope.
Oh,
Hey, can you flip that
I
So
can
this-
see this
oh, actually,
really
before we
cool
do that one.
MoonPie logo that I don't. Where did you get that at?
Got it on at Target. It was on sale.
Lying is a sin.
Well,
Some guy offered it to me and told me to get in his van.
Okay, MoonPie.
You're still lying.
On the video call.
Okay, bye.
are we on there now?
We're still here. I just hung up on Joey. I mean, Napkins.
I didn't mean on Messenger. I meant on Twitch.
I'm confused. What do you want me to do? You want me to hang up on here?
On the Twitch. Hit the red hang up button.
Right there?
Yes.
And now they're completely gone.
Nope, we're still here.
Okay.
God, I got it.
Go back
It's like
to
a cockroach. Can't get rid of him.
notifications.
While we're waiting, do you want me to do some heavy breathing to make it
Or hit
really weird?
rejoin this call.
Yeah, like, hey, Arnold.
Is that better?
Yeah, yeah, that worked.
Now turn your camera back on.
Oh, come on. Can you see us?
Nope.
How do you guys have, like, laptops and PlayStations and iPads and things? You can't even get a camera to work.
We have 2 laptops. One Amanda has had since before I knew her. And the other one
Which
somebody
is the
gave
one
us.
we're trying to operate on.
So the other one somebody gave us for free, which is the one I used last time.
That we forgot in Ohio.
How do you forget a laptop in another state?
It's in our camper.
It's being put
Go
to
up
good
to
use.
the red bar and refresh the page.
I tell you what, viewers could have done Watch The Chosen by now.
I don't understand.
It shows it on here.
No.
Boogity boogie.
You
Boogity
the
boo.
hamster I was talking about? His is going real fast right now.
I think his hamster fell off.
I'm gonna report you.
Not coming from that wheel.
TV. Lord have mercy.
In the meantime, we are 4 followers away from hitting the next follower goal.
Woo!
6 subs away from I believe I get to unlock. I get to create a new 2 new emotes, and one would be an animated emote.
Nice. I'll renew mine once I get paid.
You're not a sub to my channel.
I was. It expired.
Yep.
I don't have enough right now for it to. I used mine for a different person.
You hear that? You hear that? Supporting strangers instead of his brother.
I've been supporting Goat with my Amazon one for almost a year now.
I'm kind of ashamed in you.
I don't know who
Okay,
that
go ahead.
is.
The top
A
where it's
streamer that I told him to watch.
Mm.
What lock?
It doesn't reset until next month, so
Yeah, there. See?
Oh, there's people in ads, and I didn't even realize it. Ends in 1 minute,
Oh,
though.
it's already turned on.
You know, as soon as their camera does show up, he's gonna be like, "Don't touch anything."
Go to settings.
you mean how he does with Schizo every time we get Schizo online?
Go to camera.
Can he not just remote in like he usually does to
It's
fix
on
all
an
of our
iPad.
problems? Oh. You can't remote into iPads?
What browser do you have this open in?
Chrome. Oh wait, it's a MacBook Chrome. Hold on. What browser am I? Oh no, I'm in Google Chrome.
Napkins looks distraught.
I should have got that other chair.
Another chair. Oh, well, go get it. You got time.
Open it in a different browser.
I don't know if I
I
can
didn't
get so
Safari.
close to you that we can share.
Trains, get the armrest up. These are loose. It's just the reason it's hanging out. This chair is breaking and falling apart
You need
and peeling. In the meantime, I gotta have 2 earphones. She went to get a different chair because we're waiting on mediocres.
Chad says, hang in there, Napkins, I get it.
Oh, if Chad makes this happen, come on now.
It would be hilarious if Chad just like called Napkins and was like, yo, let's get this figured out, and they just knocked it out in no time then.
Amy and Vet's like, come on, Chad, you're going to have to help them. They're struggling. Dropping a Chad in the chat for good luck.
Not doing nothing. It's just going in a circle.
You're going in a circle.
From this browser or my other browser?
Why do you have so many browsers?
Because we don't have a clue as to what we're doing.
Is that different than any other day?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can find that picture of Mediocre Mander wearing that bargain.
Please don't.
Let's see.
Do it.
I used to have it.
All right, I'm gonna go run away.
You ain't on here and they like they can see you.
Well, that's true.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
Are we on there now?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Turn that include back on.
What I did. I'm getting a little. There's like a little. You see that little red triangle down there? Oh wait, it just went away. Never mind. Just kidding.
You're lucky, Mander. I don't have that photo.
Thank God.
I will track it down.
No.
Post it on the Slim Chance
You probably
Facebook.
would.
Can't open it.
Oh, I would 110%.
And on the new Instagram.
Yes, we do have an Instagram, by the way,
Webcam's not working.
that I made for Osh.
It says I'm getting a little thing down here that keeps saying this.
Yeah, but
Oh, breath.
it's done that last time. It still worked.
His webcam's probably out of date.
Well, I had it when I was in
Why can't
college,
I
You
so
still have your books from college for some reason.
listen, I'm getting rid of those.
Yeah. Moving them storage unit to storage unit is not getting rid of it.
No,
Preach.
Look at my ear.
you know what? I think we just need to get rid of everything.
Yeah,
Like
switch
all
it
of
from-
Josh's stuff, especially
Yes,
all those
I do.
coffee cups. That's what we
Yeah,
need to
so
get rid of
you open
first.
it on
Why do you need so many coffee cups?
That's
You live in
my
a
point.
camper.
Yeah, you live in a camper.
You only have one mouth. You can only drink one cup at a time. So,
But I'll miss them.
oh well.
But I'll miss them.
Oh wait, now
I
what?
can't say too much though because I'm pretty
You
sure
put a notification on your
that
phone.
MoonPie and I are in a race on coffee cups.
I don't know where the notification would be.
My problem is we collect a bunch of Nightmare Before Christmas coffee cups we don't use.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys hardly ever drink any coffee.
Under the activity button.
Activity? Ooh.
Maybe we should stick Mama on them. Get your camera working.
Do it now.
By the way, Mama, that chair's coming to your store because you can sell anything.
Is that Chad behind Joey?
Yes.
That's a different
It's
Chad, right?
napkins.
Oh, sorry. I mean napkins.
Oh, wait.
I see.
Are we there? On this tiny square?
Yeah, we can
On
finally
this
see you
tiny
all.
little square. Why are they like they're on TikTok?
Because he had to connect from his phone because his Mac's too old.
Should I turn it sideways?
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's such
Well,
an
good morning,
unflattering-
mediocres.
Good morning.
Mama
You're
says
just
she's still
41
waiting
minutes
on
late,
Medea.
but that's to be expected.
All
What?
right, MoonPie.
That's not gonna
Mama's
work.
waiting. She wants to hear Medea.
I don't remember it all. Let's see. Hold on. Let me think.
Can you fix that?
I'm trying. Can you here? Shoot up here.
Are you just
Oh,
using
let me
the?
just-
Are
let
you
me
using the
just
Mac
stand
to
up.
hold the phone up?
Mama says make it up. She does.
Oh,
Okay.
Hold on, we're
Well, we
struggling.
finally get him on camera, and all we've seen is MoonPie's hand.
Hey. Okay.
We try to
We're
be
like-
secretive.
We're like looking down at it. Where's that little stand?
Did he
Oh,
ever
Lord.
release his Temu Christmas thing? He's gonna have
I
to
don't
do
think
that.
he released it.
He
He
said
really
he'd
should.
record that.
Did you release your Temu Christmas song?
No.
I did not.
No, he did not.
You gotta-
Mama
Mama's warning
says
you,
quit
don't
touching
touch
it.
Here, right here.
You gotta think they're in a hotel trying to bring this up.
Yeah, we are.
To be fair, they knew this was happening. They just wasn't prepared.
Well, we thought we were prepared.
Did you miss
To be
anything?
fair, they
you've
messaged the
missed-
wrong brother.
You've missed 40 minutes of Napkins trying to get the mediocres on here. That's what you've missed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
To our podcast listeners, I apologize.
No, he doesn't.
Didn't miss anything.
It's truly unedited.
I answered that.
So, Mediocre Mander, would you like to say anything about yourself?
I'll be back.
No.
I'll be back. Now he's gone. Now he's gone.
Don't feel bad, Mander.
All
I
right,
did the same
let's
thing
talk
to
about
me.
moon pie. No, not really. I'm good.
Wow. She's so happy to be here. No, don't even want to talk. Who let her near the phone?
I'm trying to put Josh.
She took my
Sorry,
seat
moon
when I
pie.
got up.
Sorry, MoonPie.
I've been calling
Here,
Taco
switch me.
by
Hallelujah.
Taco, and I was like, this is a bad habit to start. We'll be going to family dinners and be like, hey, Taco, what are you doing?
I'll still never get it.
That's okay. There's one church, every time we're in Ohio, they call Mander Bean.
This is true.
Mander bean?
Mander
true.
Bean.
I don't even know what that
Is
means.
The same
I don't either.
church where they refer to you as Yashi.
No, that would be John Boggs.
Would you do a excellent impression, sir?
Oh, of John Boggs?
Yes, you
Yes, you do.
I've worked really hard on that.
do. It's very spot on. They're
That's
waiting on
good.
Medea still.
I don't know if I can do it. This is a lot of pressure.
Can't never could do anything.
Somebody tag Tyler Perry.
Oh, Lord. By the way, Napkins, now that you have those technical issues done, you still have those owed questions, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Good.
We have a total of 41 questions in our inbox.
Holy
Whoa.
Holy moly.
Didn't expect that.
I hope they're all for Mander, MoonPie, and the wife.
I hope.
No, I'm sorry. I should have specified. That includes the old questions. Those aren't all new.
Oh. Woo!
Hallelujah.
I was a
Got
little worried
scared.
for a moment.
Alert.
I can't
So-
even see anybody.
By the way,
Before
I did make
we,
a hashtag emote in the chat. Hashtag, we're bringing it back.
Before we get too far into this episode, I do have to just give a little plug here. This special episode of Beyond the Quest is proudly sponsored by AngryVetNation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping veterans and first responders break into the world of streaming. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just getting started, AngryVetNation provides the support, resources, and community you need to share your voice and build your channel. If you or someone you know is looking for a new mission in content creation, check them out at angryvetnation.org. A huge thank you to AngryVetNation for everything they do and for supporting our show.
Much love. MoonPie's kind of cheating. He keeps hiding out of the camera.
So before we dive into the questions for them, the topic I wanted to bring up, I didn't know about this, but Amazon actually released another series from the people who created Chosen called The House of David.
Yeah, I started watching it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently
Is it
it's
any good?
considered a
Mm,
lot edgier than Chosen, but it is because of violence more than anything.
not if you like historically accurate things.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually
You
spot
notice
on.
he said that
for
like he's
what the
like
Bible
posing like.
talks
No, if you
about.
like story accurate things.
If you like fake news,
My
then you-
meeting was
Oh.
actually about the mediocres. Ooh.
Interesting.
what is it? I didn't hear it.
Vet
don't
had
know.
a meeting about you all for some reason.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Or are we going to get in trouble for talking to us?
How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Praise alert.
Thank you, Lord. The board
Sometimes
has
you just have
approved
to
a
step back to the
$500 sponsorship for the camp meeting.
Praise the Lord.
Woo! Vet
The
is
board approved a $500 sponsorship for your camp meeting.
Praise God. That is
Woot,
awesome.
woot.
Hallelujah.
That is
I can always
blessing.
meet.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise alert. Thank you, Jesus.
You know he's gonna get in the habit of that. So when he gets
He's
up
gonna
there to
start doing
preach.
it while he's preaching again.
That would be better than what he has said.
What has he said?
What?
He said that like it was newsstand.
It is news to me.
You want me to tell the people?
Please?
MoonPie?
Oh, wait. I know what you're talking about. Okay. So we might as well. I'll tell
Okay,
you.
okay.
Give you guys just a little taste of evangelistic life. So we were preaching at a church. First time ever being there. Wasn't even scheduled to preach. We just showed up to visit because we had an off night. It was a bigger church in Moody, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Never been there. They were like, it was like a televised church. We go in and the pastor says, well, why don't you just preach for us tonight? I was like, well, praise God. So I'm preaching and I was preaching on not building a tent where, or not building a temple where your tent goes. And so I'm preaching about Lot and Abraham, and I get to the point where I'm trying to say that Lot pitched his tent towards
You already
Sodom.
know where this is going.
And I kept, the N is so important. And if you put it in the wrong word and take it out of the other word. And so I kept trying to correct myself. And I'm sitting here saying, you know, I'm screaming at all these people. Lot pinched his tent towards Sodom. And every time I try to correct it, it keeps coming back out. And finally, Amanda jumps up and she says, shut up. And I had already lost the service. Everybody was rolling. So I just stopped and I looked at everyone. And I said,
And they never got called to come back and
keeps me
preach at
humble.
that church.
Actually, we did. We did.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me it's a repeat.
Oh no. So
Much worse.
So much worse.
Much worse.
Uh-oh.
So we go back for an actual revival that they scheduled us for. And it was just an awesome service. The spirit was moving, you know, and I felt the Lord place something in my spirit, and I grabbed the microphone and, you know those red hot fiery Pentecostal services anyway. So, but I grabbed the microphone and I jumped up on the pulpit and I told him, I said, God said he's going to set this place on fire. So we finished out revival. We head to Oklahoma. About 2 nights later, we get a call at like 2:00 in the morning, and it's the pastor's mom. And she says, Brother and Sister Davis, I just wanted to let you guys know to be praying for us because our church just burned to the ground.
Oh no!
That happened.
Sometimes you give a prophetic word without knowing it.
Yeah, it was one of those moments I was just kind of like, Lord, couldn't you have been a little more specific?
Totally misunderstood that one. My bad.
Yeah, so
So it was a warning. My bad.
but it worked out. Like the Lord, they wound up having to meet in a school for a little while, and their youth department grew, and then they wound up getting a building, and it's paid in full, and it's a bigger building, and so it worked out in the end. And they scheduled us to come back for revival in June, so I'm just praying that this building holds up.
You're gonna walk to the door and they're gonna be like, "Now, brother."
I bet they'll listen though.
Don't be giving no words now.
First time it was funny. Second time we was a little scared. So.
Listen, that's why we're called the mediocres. We're not great. We're not terrible.
We get it. It's just somewhere in between.
It's like being on time.
Well,
Well,
we were here. We were just not ready.
no, we were ready.
No,
To
we
be
weren't.
fair, you messaged the wrong brother whenever you started having tech issues.
What he said.
Well, I assumed you were maybe still on your way back from work or still trying to get up. Where'd your
Be
camera
fair.
go?
I was like,
He stepped away for a moment.
Napkins, have you talked to MoonPie? He said, no. I said, he's having some technical difficulties. You should probably get a hold of him.
Yeah, so apparently I've learned that my laptop is a paperweight, and I can chuck it out the window.
Makes a good phone stand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it's being used for right now.
Yep.
So you remember that whole conversation we had a couple of months ago about you need to really consider
Invest,
getting
yeah.
a good laptop or computer?
Yeah, for some reason that's running through my mind this morning. I can't take it on it, but it's there.
Can't quite put my finger on
It
it.
was on your to-do list, but it was came down here. Now it's moving up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep. Need to get you a good rig.
but when we give out stuff at camp meeting this year on Family Day, it might not be it might not be a laptop for anybody. That'll be
Put back.
MoonPie's gonna be like, we got a laptop giveaway. Man's like, no, we don't.
I'll give away a paperweight.
It's very stylish paperweight.
It opens.
So you
for all
can
of the
really
AS.
secure your papers.
And it connects to the Wi-Fi. That's about it.
Yeah.
And it almost didn't do that.
Lord have mercy. Napkins, where'd
yeah.
you go?
And I'm back. I had
Hey.
to.
Chad looks leaned over more. Did he move again?
You might have.
Were
I
you whistling?
had to reschedule. They want Jackson to see a behavioral specialist, and they're really strict. And if you don't call and reschedule the appointment, they'll blacklist you for like 30 days.
Yeah.
So I had to call and push his appointment.
Gotcha.
Where are you taking him?
It runs through Compassion.
Oh, I was gonna say that's where we take Branson. Is their compassion.
Jeremy, I hope you're smoking, because if not, your mouth's on fire.
Are we ready for
He's a dragon.
questions?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been an hour. We should probably get into them now, huh?
Questions.
I can only imagine how our family days are.
Hashtag questions.
I'm kind of curious on how these views are going to do. If the viewers are going to stick it out for the first hour.
Hashtag view drops.
Mama brings up a good point. Blacklist, that's not good behavior. Kind of an oxymoron for a behavior clinic to blacklist somebody.
You're right.
Right?
I noticed
All
we
right.
already start questions and you just send Mander away.
She got raptured.
That's not a good sign for you.
I made it.
All right. So the first question is directed for McMedicsWifey.
Ooh.
It comes from Shannon, who listens from Ohio on Spotify.
What part of Ohio?
It doesn't say.
Shannon.
And it says, I was excited for this episode because of the guest. My question is actually for McMedicsWifey. I cannot stand video games. I don't understand the point, but your husband obviously plays a lot of games. How can you say that that is healthy for your relationship?
Sounds like
Well, he does play a lot of games. However, whenever it's time for us to do things with our kids, do dinner, do whatever we need to do in our daily life, he comes and does that. Most of the time he games whenever I'm either gaming or watching TV, or if
She's talking with her hands right now.
I always talk with my hands. I can't help it.
She's over here like,
I wouldn't be able to talk if I
car ran real good.
if you tied my arms down, I wouldn't be able to talk. But yeah, he still does everything that he needs to do in order to be a part of what he needs to be a part of. And I mean, it's his free time. He's a big boy. He can game if he wants to game. It ain't no different than going out and woodworking or something, whatever your hobby is.
well said. Well said.
Hashtag
Hashtag goals.
All right. So the next question is addressed to everyone. It comes from Big Cakes.
Big cakes.
Big Cakes. They listen from Canada on Apple Podcasts. And they say, I didn't know a whole lot about the Christianity thing. To be honest, I still don't. Never really gave it a thought until I stumbled across your guys' show. Where would you all recommend I start to read in things?
Starting?
Mhm.
Is it my turn to talk?
Go for it, MoonPie.
Go ahead.
I would recommend starting in the 4 Gospels. Specifically, start with Matthew and just run through there.
I mean, I would read it.
Yeah, I mean, take your time.
You don't want to trip over the pages, so make sure you take your time.
There's some
Probably
good
best
nuggets
to
you could stumble on.
It's probably best to not start with a KJV. You might want to use something a little easier to read.
I love the amplified version, if I can throw that out there, just because it puts it in simpler terms, because I need plain talk. So if you're like me, then check out the amplified version.
I think any translation that's word for word and not thought for thought.
Yeah, the New Living is a pretty solid one for a
ESV's
more
pretty
modern
good,
one.
too. I don't like the Passion Translation. That's just some guy's ideas, and it's full of heresy. Oh, the Hawaiian Pigeon Translation is really cool.
Try that one.
You want me to read you something?
Never heard of that. Yeah, I need to.
I'm gonna read you John 3:16 out of the Hawaiian Pigeon version.
The what?
Hawaiian Pigeon. You heard that right, McMedic.
Okay.
Do you not have a Bible?
While he's pulling that up, McMedic, what do you think?
Oh, I usually suggest people to start with the New Testament before they ever touch the Old Testament. Any of the 4 Gospels. John's a really good one to start in. I like John quite a bit. But even if you just start with Matthew and work your way through the New Testament, either way.
Yeah, I was always, whenever I started reading the Bible, I started in Matthew. That's kind of where I always reckon starting as well.
I can see your point, Medic, with recommending John, because like we mentioned earlier, Matthew is kind of weighty with all the genealogy and details in it. So if that kind of thing is difficult for you, I would definitely consider starting with John.
We're ready.
Something about pigeon.
Go ahead, mediocres.
John 3:16 in the Hawaiian Pigeon version. God get plenty love and aloha for the people inside the world. That's why he when send his one only boy, cause that everybody does trust no gonna get cut off from God forever. They gonna get the real kind life that gonna stay the max forever. Amen.
That is awesome.
I don't know what was better, you reading that in that specific voice or Mediocre Mander's face in the background as you were reading
let me show you something. But the voice kind of just falls in there because if you look at I don't know if you can see that at all.
No.
Cleany.
Yeah. God got plenty love. Not a lot. Yeah, you can't read it without doing an accent.
No.
Right? God got plenty love for the people.
Aloha.
The people. Aloha for the kind life.
We barely see you, Mama say.
Barely see who?
I'm assuming you.
I am right here.
Hang on.
My leash is short here.
They kicked us off.
She's watching my stream. I'm making all the cams bigger.
Oh. Well, here, I just blew the mediocre faces up.
I did too.
Oh, that's great.
You're gonna break everybody's camera.
She said,
wow.
"Oh wow."
There they are.
That's your mama, just so you know.
I guess
the
it's
face only a mother could love.
I guess it's better.
You
For
better
her,
not say too much because I look just like her.
What was it you used to brag to people about when you found out what her junior year of high school
Yeah,
photo
it was
looked like?
Anthony Moore posted a picture of mom on the homecoming court on her like junior or senior year. When he first posted it, I thought he had photoshopped my face onto this old picture. I was like, what a freak. And then I realized, oh my gosh, that's my mother. So yeah.
Speaking of Anthony Moore, do you remember his weird obsessive theory that Andy Griffith was the devil?
Yeah, I also remember him. Well, I better not say that on.
Listen, I learned in his class when a substitute tells you put whatever you want, it doesn't matter for the answer. You do not put sometimes bird poop tastes like candy. They said put anything you want. It doesn't even matter. I will let him know. And I said, okay, sometimes bird poop tastes like candy. He did not find that near as amusing as I did.
I watched him punch Zach Goebel in the kidneys in the hallway one day because so we were sitting in class and I don't know what in the world, what kind of devil got a hold of Gobble. Mr. Moore walks by and Gobble stands up and slaps him on the back as hard as he can. And everybody in the room stops and Mr. Moore just slowly turns around and looks at him like, he's glaring down, and he just stops and he says, I didn't mean to. So this was like 2 weeks later. We're all out in the hallway at our lockers, and here comes Anthony Moore walking through the hallway, and Gobble's in his locker, and all of a sudden I hear, oh, and I look over, and he just punched him like a kidney shot from behind.
So he used to have this thing of taking pictures of students that fell asleep in his class.
Yep.
And, well, my class really didn't care. So he started this thing if they fell asleep, he instead of like a plunger, like smacking on your head or whatever, he'd just walk by and try and smack your head off the table. Well, he fell asleep in class one day while he was showing a movie.
Oh my gosh.
So... And he had his feet propped up on his desk. He's leaned back. He's snoring. So I just walk up and just throw his feet off the desk. He did not like me. Did you say gobble? Yes. Yes, he did say gobble.
We did. So a guy we went to school with and was very close friends with MoonPie for a long time. He got the nickname Gobble.
He's some high up with Sherwin-Williams now, I think. I've not talked to him in a long time, but
yeah, I ain't either.
He was some kind of district or regional sales manager or something. I don't know. He got some kind of big award with their company and everything. But he would get excited and you couldn't understand him. He sounded like a turkey. Remember when he played Halo?
His name was Goebel. He got the nickname Gobble.
Kimmy.
Oh, my pumpernickel.
Do you remember when he woke up covered in honey?
What?
Has he never told you that story about him? So apparently he decides he's going to have a snack while he's gaming. And he gets a bowl of honey, of all things.
Just a bowl of honey?
Just a bowl of honey. Like a cereal bowl of honey. And he falls asleep in his chair. And he wakes up and he has honey all over his body. He said it was everywhere.
Please stop.
I also remember when he stabbed you.
Jesus. That's as far as I'm going with that.
This special episode of Beyond the Quest is sponsored by AngryVetNation. Because let's be honest, if you served in the military or as a first responder, you've already mastered the art of high-stake chaos. So why not put that skill to good use in the world of streaming? AngryVetNation is a nonprofit helping vets and first responders break into content creation. Because yelling at a screen is way more fun when people are watching. They've got the support, the resources, and a community that actually gets your jokes. Check them out at angryvetnation.org and tell them we sent you. They won't give you a discount or anything, but they'll definitely appreciate it. Big thanks to Angry Vet Nation for backing the show and helping heroes rage. I mean, stream responsibly.
Taco, you working that shirt, son.
Well, I'm looking over here at his empty screen, and all of a sudden I just see him in the background. Looks like a turtle just floating through.
All right,
seems
back
fitting.
to the questions.
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 This
Nice.
next one comes from Fluffy Toast.
Fluffy toast.
They listen from California on Spotify, and they say, "Love you guys. You all are definitely the highlight of my week." My
Aw.
question is for MoonPie.
Hashtag cuddles.
He he seems very intelligent with the Bible. I was
After
wondering.
that comment, they just say
It worked. Why are you laughing?
he just read the pigeon thing, and then he's hashtag cuddling, and they're like, "You're intelligent."
Wait till
And
this
he,
episode
not to
comes
mention,
out.
he just told us the story
They
about
said-
telling everybody about how
His
Lot
preaching.
pinched his tits before the city outside.
Hey, that's neither here nor there. The fact is if Lot hadn't been pinching that, he wouldn't have been stuck in Sodom. Something led him there.
Okay, let's listen.
Okay, they say he seems very intelligent with the Bible.
Looks can be
I was
deceiving.
wondering if he would consider doing a special episode or doing some sort of Bible study, or maybe doing a faith show with you guys. Much love from the West Coast.
Hey, we've been talking about that. Actually, McMedic had reached out to me not too long ago, right after the episode, and mentioned something about maybe all of us starting kind of a faith-based thing, which I'm down for it. I'll get a better laptop.
Or just use Manders.
Yeah, I'm going to steal my wife's is what I'm going to do.
And get her a new one.
That's all right.
Yeah, I would totally be down to do something like that. We are also starting a thing from our ministry page. As soon as we get our laptop situation figured out, we are starting a what do you call it? Like a vlog, a week. It's going to be either a weekly or bi-weekly video update. And what we're going to do is look at current events and how they relate to biblical prophecy, basically looking at the world through a biblical worldview and seeing how things line up on a
What your
prophetic
other Twitch was that you never done.
Yeah, that's the one I deleted because I thought, I don't think this is the right platform for this.
All right. So the next question comes from Just Here, bruh. That's the way it's spelled and
Hashtag,
everything.
bruh.
They listen from North Carolina. They did not say which platform they listen on, and they say, "Sup, guys? Saw the restaurant is finally happening."
Sorry.
They say,
got
"Sup, guys?
subscriber.
Saw the restaurant is finally happening. That's awesome. Random, but what is your favorite dessert if you had to pick one?"
No nanner pudding.
The
Cheesecake.
the
Any kind of
Oreo
cheesecake.
dirt pudding thing, Bob, that you make, wife. By the way, quick, but thank you for the subscribe. Awesome sauce. Go ahead.
Cheesecake. Yeah. Specifically, I prefer the New York style.
See, I would say cheesecake, but so many times I've been disappointed by cheesecake.
Yeah, I would say cheesecake, but it's not my favorite. So it wouldn't-
I don't know.
So
what
why
it's
would you
called,
say
but
it?
it's whatever Mom makes that has the strawberries and all the glaze and the whipped cream.
Strawberry
It's
delight.
really good. Yeah, that stuff.
Okay. So I would have to say it would depend. Like, so I love no nanner pudding, which is we call it no nanner pudding because Amanda hates the texture of bananas. So there's no nanners in it.
Mander, we can't let people know my real name.
What did so I love that. And then she started making this new thing that I call pretzel cloud, which tastes really good with grapes. And then I like that stuff that Mom used to make all the time. She'd make it with butterscotch. She'd do a chocolate
Ooh, the
one.
butterscotch was good.
Yeah, and it had like that. The crust was like butter and
Heavenly
breadcrumbs.
Delight.
What is it?
Heavenly Delight.
Heavenly Delight. That's it. How come we ain't had that in a while, Mother?
I see one of the
Hashtag
mediocres.
questions.
I saw a tiny mediocre.
Yeah, that's one.
What
of them.
about Mander?
Moon bites.
What is her?
Mander? What is your favorite dessert?
Chocolate covered strawberries.
Not tres leches?
No.
I like tres leches.
Ew.
You don't like tres leches?
No.
Hashtag heartbroken.
Mama says because you can't ever get us all together.
That's sad.
It's the mediocre's fault.
All right. The the next question comes from Big Blue for Life.
Yeah.
Wait, which Big Blue?
They listen. Well, I'm pretty sure that the first line of their question is going to give it away.
Mama says maybe camp meeting, by the way.
Ooh.
They listen on both Apple Podcast and Twitch.
Wow.
And they say, "What's going on, fellers? How about them cats?"
Right?
There it is. Anyway, first, it's good to see some homegrown Kentucky people on here helping spread God's love and being willing to help others.
Thank you, Lord.
I wanted to ask, how would you recommend connecting with a youth group with gaming? I'm trying to help our youth grow, and almost every kid games nowadays. But what would be a good idea?
Invite them to come over and own them all on Halo.
Nowadays, most kids are obsessed with Fortnite.
Yeah.
We are actually working our way up to a adults versus kids Fortnite tournament. Once the mediocres figure out how to be good at Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm totally going to be the handicap.
Wait. Pause. I can recall, was it the night before last when we were playing with them? And I was the last one standing, and I got the reboot card, and I made it to the band, and
That's true.
And then I died.
Did.
I think she's talking about when she stood still and they killed everybody but her because she was hiding behind a tree.
you got to do what you got to do to survive.
She was referring to the last match when she was the MVP because she stayed alive when she didn't
Come
go
on,
help
Taco.
MoonPie.
You mean when she was
Let her
DCing and she couldn't move?
My internet was terrible.
But I would say like try and host some type of tournament with the youth group.
Tournaments.
Yeah.
And like the winners of it, give them like I don't know, like a Bible or something, or figure out a way to tie in gaming with learning like Bible verses and things. There's several ways you could do it.
Yeah, you could do like small gift cards if they memorize so many Bible verses, and you could
V-Bucks, cards.
kind of go with
V-Bucks.
some of the questions we've had, even where we were asked about relating games to Bible stories. You could do things like that too.
Or relate your stuff that you can pick for your character. What is it called? Your skin. Relate that to like Ephesians 6, putting on the armor of God. You got to pick out your weapon. You got to make sure everything's covered and all that stuff.
Is it a
Right.
woman
She
thing?
talks with her hands too. It's okay.
Is it a woman thing?
Teach me.
Okay, I'm done talking.
All right. The next question comes from the twig that came back.
I like that name.
They
Are
listen
all of these
from.
actually anonymous, and you're just plugging these in, or is
No,
this their
no,
name?
these are
I
their
think these are
actual
gamer
names.
tags that they
Yeah.
put in. Somebody started that trend on our contact.
This one actually says that is their gamer tag in the question.
Trendy.
We did have what was it? Big Mike?
Yeah,
I
Big
remember
Mike.
Big Mike.
They listen from New Jersey on Spotify podcast, and they address this to everyone. And they say, "Hey guys, I've actually submitted a question before, but I've started gaming and wanted to use my gamer tag on this question. LOL. I wanted to ask though, do you think that couples can game together? I mean, obviously they can, but do you think it can strengthen their relationship and bond any?"
That, or it will cause some severe anger issues.
It's either going to strengthen you and make you closer together. It's going to make you fight all the time. One of the
It'll
two.
definitely make you depend on one another because when somebody dies,
It'll also let you see how your spouse will just hide and let you die.
To
No,
me,
we
it's no
enjoy it.
different than like sitting and watching TV together. Then, I mean, at least when you're gaming, you're having to talk to each other.
Yeah, you're more involved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
However,
When they don't mute themselves.
yes, I did mute
what
myself.
was that?
However, if he was on the other team and he was killing me, that would be a whole different story. But whenever I'm on his team and he's packing me, it's all good.
Shout
Which
out
I have
to
to
whenever Schizo got us on that one game and was playing on the other team,
Yeah, yeah.
and then was
I
like,
like
"We're
it when
doing
medic
so
pack-
good."
Because
To
I'm
be fair,
horrible.
we got the wife on Call of Duty Zombies the other night,
Oh yeah,
and her
that was
mic quit
entertaining.
halfway through. But I did not give up. I still revived her 5 times because she stood still and died.
I could hear him yelling, "Why are you just standing still?" And I'm in here trying to put batteries in my remote.
Yeah,
And then my mic wouldn't work whenever I did come back alive.
Zombies
me,
was
Medic, and
intense.
Cal, all three of us were doing everything we could to keep her alive.
Hashtag pack me.
You just hashtagged. I'm proud of you.
The next question comes from Colton.
Colton!
He listens from Indiana on BeyondTheQuest.com.
We'll be in Indiana soon.
And he said, if you could pick any story in the Bible to go back in time and see in person, what would it be? For example, mine would be Adam and Eve in the garden, to see the garden and how perfect everything was before not knowing all the evil and wrong.
That's a good answer. I would say the Sermon on the Mount.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
It is.
I say part in the sea.
Just that one moment from the
Yep,
time of
that
Moses.
one moment.
I would kind of like to, if I could have just been like, not involved, but just get to watch it take place. I would like to have seen Ehud go in and kill the king of Eglon because he was like an assassin. I think that's pretty cool. Jumps out the poop chute and gets out there, please.
I would be torn, honestly, between the fiery chariot with Elijah and the ascension of Christ after his resurrection.
Yeah.
Get another good one. Wife?
It kind of been cool to see the Mount of Transfiguration too. I think that would be neat.
True.
I would have to say probably go with Adam and Eve too, because like the world is so messed up now. Just to see it like perfect and in perfect eyes, that would be what I would want to see.
Mander?
I would have to say when Peter cut off the ear of Malchus.
Mud Creek Mander.
No, so
There's the
I
hand.
don't know, like that piece of scripture just speaks to me because one, I can relate with Peter, not because I've cut off a man's ear. Yes.
You from Mud Creek. We know what you've done.
But, at some point we've all been Peter because we just allow the flesh to rule our lives in moments when things get heated or if we're being tried or tested or persecuted, whatever it is. But like in that moment when Peter should have been led to the high priest's house and, put to death pretty much, that should have been his punishment. He was able to stand back and watch Jesus take his place. And, that's something that happened in the physical, but it happens in a spiritual level for us all the time, because when we should have been on the cross or when we should be punished, we can seek God wholeheartedly and stand back and look at the cross because Jesus already walked that path for us.
And Mander's got a temper.
Hashtag that got deep.
Hashtag that's the mug.
What if
The
you went
temper.
back to when Paul got shipwrecked on the Isle of Malta and gets bit by the viper and you just pull out your phone and start playing Shake It Off? Shake it off. Shake it off.
What about Jonah in the well? So you could just say, yeah, I rode in the well once.
I feel like when if you went back to that, you'd just be like, it's dark in here.
Who turned off all the lights?
I gotta say, the Jonah and the whale one could be interesting because then you could answer people whether it was a great fish or whether it was a whale.
Daniel
The
and
Bible calls
Lions
it
Den would have been
both.
cool.
You moved your phone.
Did I?
It's a weird angle now.
I didn't mean to. I was just trying to.
We're floating.
You were told not to touch it.
Right?
All right.
Mommy not listening.
The next question comes from XX the Lucky Duck XX.
The lucky duck.
What a duckling.
They listen from Texas on Apple Podcast. And they say, hey, I'm new to finding the show and can't wait to go back and listen to more. You may have already answered this before, but where did you all come up with your names? Mine personally was because I have always been small for my age, and my grandparents used to call me their lucky duck.
Oh.
I wasn't always McMedic, but I got my medic license and I wanted to use something with it, and I thought McDonald's puts Mick in front of everything, and they're famous, so boom, McMedic. I'm famous now.
To be fair, it used to be McTicky or something weird.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still working on the famous part.
thanks to Medic and MoonPie, everyone we went to high school with, to this day, still believes that I'm actually Mexican.
Well,
So,
Our kids call you Uncle Bean.
yep.
we didn't have to do a whole lot. I mean,
that
you're
was-
like 5'4" and dark skinned. So.
Everybody just asked us, and we just went with it.
Yeah, Napkins nicknamed me Bean when he was very, very little. So I've always used something taco in my gamer tag for like 12 years now. And when we made the group, we all collectively decided that it should kind of represent our first responder roles. So my gamer tag got renamed to EMT. So it's EMTaco.
Like, taco.
Yep. I hope that's how everybody reads it.
Tacos.
Mine's really not that interesting. I was in ROTC. I was a sergeant rank, and I was getting into League of Legends. We was trying to come up with a cool name, and there was some napkins close by, and they said Sergeant Napkins, and it just kind of stuck.
We're just mediocre.
Yeah, I needed a gamer tag, and I'm fat, so moon pie.
You love moon pies.
And I'm not great, but I'm not the worst, so mediocre.
Moon pie.
Hashtag stay
Okay.
humble.
Well,
All right, so the next question comes from Peyton. He listens from Washington, or she. Peyton can be both. Listens on
not that there's
Spotify.
anything wrong with that.
And they say, hey guys, sorry, I'm still getting caught up on past episodes. Life and school got busy. Was curious if you all know any good Christian YouTubers to listen to or anything. Much
Not
love.
recommend Alan Parr.
Hashtag no.
I would say wrestling's pretty good. I like wrestling.
Yeah. He's got his own channel on YouTube, which is named Wrestling KD, I believe.
I believe that's what it is.
And then
Bad.
he's also part of another channel. I can't remember the name of it. I just found it recently. But they do commentary on different things. Like a video I watched was them basically reacting to another creator who had a response video to somebody who was basically calling out the Chosen and House of David as being essentially trying to lead people astray. So that was kind of interesting to watch.
Chad, not to interrupt. Chad, if you can check the server, it just kicked me off the website completely. So,
Daggone, Chad.
I would also recommend, what is the name of that one? The Wise Disciple, I believe, is the name of the channel.
Checking now. Amy says.
Let's see.
Mediocres. Y'all know any?
So we don't do YouTube a whole lot just because most of the time we're driving. So I usually just listen on Spotify. But I like Kevin Wallace.
And Devin Wallace.
Yeah, and he's also got a podcast too, not just like sermons from his church, and I think it's called Breath and Bones. That's really good. I love Jonathan Cahn's stuff. I like Perry Stone's. I like Perry Stone's older stuff. I mean, some of his newer stuff's good too, but I feel like he's changed a little bit. So I don't, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what he's teaching or whatever. I'm not as into it as I like some of his older stuff. And then Jimmy Evans.
And if you want to hear some good preaching, Davis Ministries on Facebook usually post their lives when they're preaching. Sometimes a really good word.
Good little plug there.
Oh, thanks, McMedic.
Hashtag was told to do it.
Oh,
just kidding.
Hashtag not my choice.
Mike Winker's actually pretty good to watch if you want somebody who will do deep dives into topics. And
yeah, he is pretty good.
Especially if you're wanting to get all the information around controversial groups and stuff, because he tries to really come at it from an objective point of view without letting his personal bias in it.
He doesn't do it now, but he's got a bunch of. There's a whole series on YouTube that a friend of ours posted, and he's got some really good teachings on there.
Doesn't Steven do stuff?
Stephen does from time to time. He doesn't as much anymore. Actually, he and I have been talking. We're going to try to start a series called Ministry Talk. So it's going to be more along the lines of, I mean, we'll have stuff in it for everybody, but it'll definitely be more along the lines of stuff that ministers can relate to. But Martin Harris had a series. I think it was called Monday Night Devo.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Monday Night Devo with Martin Harris. But he's got some really good teachings on there, and he's got several months worth. I was trying to think. Who is that new guy that I started listening to? Pastors the church, the 2819 church or something like that. Yeah, I can't remember his name. The bald-headed black guy.
Shout out to Chad for fixing the website.
Yes, Wise Disciple was the one I was thinking of. He is a pastor, and he does mostly response videos to things on social media. I've watched some of he's done where, like, one was about the whole deconstruction movement that people have.
Oh, yeah.
And he even was calling out what's wrong with a lot of people doing that and why and everything. And he addressed John Piper's son's videos. For those who don't know, John Piper is the lead singer of Skillet and also a major member of his church. And one of his oldest children has stepped away from the church and everything, saying that he doesn't believe in God, and he's been putting out tons of videos to try and disprove Christians and everything. He actually answers a lot of the questions that he poses in his clips and videos.
Hey, don't mean to be a distraction, but I just thought of a sponsorship for you guys.
Oh, Lord. I wish.
Kentucky Nectar. Winchester Swamp Water.
Hashtag LA. Somebody tag him.
Gross.
Is that a thing?
How dare you?
Jordan, you better slap some anointing oil on her and pray that devil right off of her.
Swilling nut.
The only requirement I had for this family is peanut butter, and I like peanut butter, so LA's out.
I feel hurt. And
I'm offended.
I can't do anything with her.
I like the strawberry watermelon one.
I was
Yeah,
trying
I
to
didn't get
find,
to try it.
I can't remember his name on my reels that pop up a lot. There's a church down in Alabama. I don't remember. There's like the name of the church it's some different numbers. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the same guy I was talking about. I just recently started listening to him.
Yeah, he's got some really good stuff.
Is his name Anthony something?
Might be.
The black guy,
Yeah.
bald headed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some really, really good stuff.
Yeah. And then Stephen Furtick's got some pretty decent ones that I've heard.
Not my
I have to agree. I don't
Not my
really-
favorite. I like some of his older stuff too, though.
Napkins is
What's that
staring
one
at
guy?
the screen.
Jonathan Shuttlesworth. He's a little out there too, though.
Oh,
He's got
hydrate
some
or
stuff.
die. I got you, Mario.
Oh, we can't see any of the
I
comments
just
either.
need to make a
Yeah,
better
that
one.
didn't pop up on the shared chat.
If
That was a
you
monster I
look
chugged for you,
to
Mario.
if you pull up Twitch on yours,
That's who we need to sponsor.
You should be able to see it.
because we buy a lot of Monster, and it's so good.
if you
I
download
actually
Twitch,
reached out to Monster for a
Is it
sponsorship.
an app?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Still have not heard back.
Hey Taco, have you heard of Risen Coffee?
I've
mentioned this
tried
before.
a Rise coffee.
Rise, that's what it's called. Have you heard
Yeah.
anything about it?
No, just what you all were telling me about it.
It
There
does
was
say
a
ads
girl-
will play in about a minute and a half, by the way.
There was a girl at work yesterday asking me about it. I was like, I don't know anything about coffee, but I can ask you.
Yeah, I do love my coffee, which
Just stop
coffee.
bouncing. You're bouncing the camera.
which I've talked about Black Rifle coffee so often that I feel like that Bernie Sanders meme. I'm coming to you once again to ask for your sponsorship.
Eat the sucker, Mander.
Yeah, Judah just. That's Judah. Mediocre. Judah.
Hello,
Mediocre.
mediocre.
Or no, mini moon pie. That's what we said, right?
mediocre.
Mediocre.
Just
That
always
does,
show
by the
the
way,
face, too.
that does wrap up all the new Questers questions.
Oh, that was all the new ones?
You had
Yep.
some old ones, correct, that you wanted to ask the mediocres?
Lord have mercy.
We'll see.
That's right. You drink the L8, youngin.
LA's
Yeah.
good.
Can
Well,
we
I
just acknowledge
would.
that everyone has seen my children now? Because they're wanting to make their debut on here.
I would if the website was loading, Chad.
We
Mediocre
played some
Mander.
Fortnite with all of the mediocres the other night.
That we did.
Did you have fun? Is the question.
Oh yeah, when it wasn't crashing, had tons of fun.
Here's one for Mediocre MoonPie
Ooh.
from Lee in North Carolina. He asks, I love the random questions last week that I had to ask one myself. If Donkey Kong is a monkey, not a donkey, why was he given that name?
I have often thought the same thing myself. Hashtag the things that keep me up at night. I can't answer that any more clearly because I don't know. Why is he Donkey Kong? Why is the little one Diddy Kong?
Ironically,
Why would you randomly have that with you?
it's the coaster set that one of you all gave
Oh,
me
that's
for
what
Christmas.
one of them were?
Yeah.
Nice. Mediocre Mander finally started following the channel.
About time.
I just made her a Twitch.
And don't
Mediocre
forget to
MoonPie,
follow
what's the
rest
best
of us.
snack cake?
Ooh, the best snack cake. Okay. Moon pies are just kind of mediocre.
Unless you microwave them.
I would probably say either the Christmas tree cakes from Little Debbie, specifically Christmas tree, because it does taste different, or Star Crunch cakes.
Ah,
Really?
Really?
Yeah. You don't like the Star Crunch ones?
To
Not
me,
a
they're
lot.
mediocre.
I like oat milk
Like
cream pies, to be honest with you.
Me too.
Yeah, I've got you on here. I'm just trying to follow everybody.
Okay.
Okay, and then hello. There you go.
Okay.
Yay!
What's your favorite snack cake?
That's such a hard question.
To recap, when we answered this one originally, I answered the zebra rolls specifically.
See, I'm not a fan of the rolls. I feel like it's
That's
too much
what
cake.
I said. I said I don't really like the rolls.
See, I feel like it's a better balance. I
I
feel
know.
like the regular
like
you're
cakes
wrong.
have more cake.
I would rather bite into my cake and the little edge fall apart because there's so much icing bursting out.
Right.
I want it to slap me in the
So-
face.
What's your favorite snack cake?
Mine,
Yeah.
the Oreo brownies.
Oreo brownies.
Gone Fishing
I like a
from
cosmic
Texas asked if you had to eat one food daily for the rest of your life, what would it be?
steak.
Stick.
Meat.
I said a chicken wrap because you could just change whatever you want to put on it.
Hey, those come back April the 29th.
That's a lie. Wait, is it really?
It's truth.
Let's see.
I'm back.
How do you do it?
There
I
was
think
a
people love it when it
there
comes
was a,
through.
a McDonald's in Ashland that you could still buy snack wraps at.
What?
Yeah, they quit doing it.
Well, on April the 29th, they're going to have to start doing it again.
Okay. Mediocre Mander, what would you eat for the rest of your life?
Probably pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that answer.
I didn't either.
But,
neither
but I
do you.
back it.
Like,
I'm
I
proud
only
of
have to
you.
eat it twice in a week.
Mediocre, or not mediocre, but McMedicsWifey.
Mediocre
100%
medic.
Welcome to the family.
I don't know if I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mexican food.
Oh, are we allowed to pick like restaurant food? Like,
It's any
I'll
any
make my
food
own.
for the rest of your life. What would
I'm
it be?
changing mine. Hibachi.
Ooh.
Y'all missed out on homemade hibachi.
You
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see how you waited till we weren't in town to do that.
He didn't have months to wait.
Well,
This next one comes from Omega Alpha. They listen from Canada on App Podcast, and they
wait just one
said,
second. Did we tell you about the hibachi waitress that made fun
Oh
of
my
us?
gosh, I'm leaving.
No.
So we were seated at a hibachi place, and
I've never
They-
been to a
they can-
hibachi place.
they're taking our order. What?
You've not been to hibachi in?
No, not like just like a straight hibachi place where they're like
Yeah.
right in front of you cooking it.
Yeah, I've never been to a real one
Dang.
either.
Okay, we have to all go. So, Mander orders her food and says, "No vegetables, double rice."
Because I like carbs.
And the waitress stops and goes, "Oh, no vegetable." And she says, "Oh, you growing girl." So
Yeah,
You know,
tried not to take it.
everybody's kind of laughing, and Amanda's playing it off. Well, then I don't get
Secretly
rice. I
dying
always
inside.
get double vegetable, and then sometimes I'll add the noodles, depending on what kind of noodles they got. So that's what I did. And they get the food done, and we'd already been eating, and we were getting ready to pack our stuff up. Well, because I had double vegetables, my plate was like piled super high, and this lady standing across the room at a full restaurant. She points over and she says, "Oh my gosh, look at his plate." I was just like, wow, okay, yeah, growing boy next to the growing girl. Whatever.
I offended. I offended a Chinese place because I got sushi for takeout, and I asked them if they put a utensil in the bag, and she's like, "You don't need utensil. This sushi, you got chopstick." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry I asked."
You should say, yeah, well, this is also America. We use
No,
forks.
Chinese.
All right. Omega Alpha from Canada says, I wanted to add to your guys' questions, but with a twist. If Satan was a final boss in a video game, what unfair mechanics do you think he would have?
Oh, I remember that question.
Manipulation. to kind of manipulate your surroundings to make you think you're winning when in reality you're just destroying yourself.
Lock.
Preach, sir.
A unique little twist on the way you all saw it.
I think that would be crazy.
Basically, mine and Napkins said he said the manipulation thing, but I said like he put you in darkness.
Mm. I can see that too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ultimate raid boss.
It's too bad Mom's not on here. We could get her to sing. The devil is a sly old fox.
Vivid Soul listens from Nevada. Said your guys' questions are the best. Here's one. What
Mama
Bible
says
character?
hush.
What Bible character would have the best unlockable vehicle skin?
Ooh.
I know he's thinking Fortnite right now.
Mhm.
I said Elijah's fiery chariot.
Fiery chariot would be cool.
I said Jonah and the Whale.
I would say Paul, but his would just be a broken ship.
I said Daniel with the den of lines. It'd just be lines for the vehicle.
I remember this question because I also said David, you'd get a parade.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like you just have this gigantic parade everywhere you go. Everything has to stop. People have to move out of the way. Only your vehicle's allowed to go through.
If you were David, though, when he led the parade, he also danced. So what kind of dance are you doing?
Don't.
Does that mean you want me to dance?
No.
Do I get to dance right now?
I would say yes. But
I don't know if that was
It's a good thing
disappointment or
my-
embarrassment on her face.
That just happened.
And that, Mander, is your husband.
Zero sugar.
You chose him.
100%
Proud wife.
L.A. Woo!
This
It's the
dance was brought to
Carlton.
you by-
Mama says the Carlton dance.
I think Taco does that better than I do.
I don't think I can anymore.
I think we should see it in all of its Hawaiian glory.
Somebody tag LA.
I think he's still coming through questions.
Did you give us a vehicle skin Bible character? Best. Hashtag broken
I'm
language.
at a loss too.
We speak in Pig Latin sometimes, so it's okay.
We do, so our kids can't understand us. But they can spell now. Iwe ude, ove, ake, ixpe.
I don't speak Chinese.
No, Chinese.
Did you have a vehicle skin for Bible character?
Jonah in the well. But you drive the well instead of right in the
That's what
well.
Napkin said.
Huh?
That's what Napkin said too.
Oh. Well, we're waving.
How does that make you feel? You think
No,
the
no,
same
you got to
way?
do it right.
Great minds think alike, and so do yours.
You're so nice, brother.
That is, I've combed through all the questions, and that's the, I think that's all of them. That's saved because the rest of them I already know their answer's going to be Fortnite for all of them because it asks about like video games and stuff.
Oh,
So
Mine
one
might not be Fortnite.
that if you were having a LAN party and you got to pick 3 Bible characters with you, what game are you playing? Who are you taking, and why?
Is this the question for me?
yes,
Okay. I don't know what game I would pick.
You have to have a game.
Fortnite.
Call of Duty.
Who's your 3 Bible characters?
Okay. I'm gonna say OG Halo.
Nice.
And how many Bible characters?
3.
3. I would have Peter because I feel like he would be the best trash talker. I would have Paul because I feel like he would be strategic, teacher of teachers. and I would have Jesus. That way, every time all of our team died, at least Jesus comes back. Never get a game over.
Hashtag cheat code.
Who would you pick for Fortnite?
Well, I only have 3 characters. I
No,
have 3
Bible
skins.
characters.
Not that
He's asking.
I would want Jesus for sure. He got my back all the time.
I only know 3 people from the Bible.
Oh, you're saying skins for Fortnite because I only have 3.
Yeah, haven't you seen? I've got Peter. I've got Jesus. I've got Paul. And
When he
what
wears
can
the
I
Jesus skin, he can run across the water. He don't swim.
See, he never drowns. He never dies.
Well, obviously, I'm going to take Jesus too. But then Ruth, because she sacrifices for everyone else.
I agree with that.
Who else would I want? Man, who's going to keep me alive? Because I'm definitely going to die.
Who's gonna carry me?
Who's going to carry me?
Samson.
Yes.
Then the only other question I can remember was if the disciples were an esports team, who's the MVP and who rage quits?
Ooh. MVP. I'm going to say John is going to be the MVP because he lets it know the disciple whom Jesus loved.
The other disciple reached the cave before Peter.
He was slower than the one whom Jesus loved. So I'm going to say John's MVP, and I'm going to say Peter rage quits. Either Peter or Judas. Not that they're in the same boat.
Judas wasn't really rageful, though, was he? He was just a turd.
I actually did
remember-
find another one. This one comes from Reptar XOXO from Idaho.
Reptar.
And they say, if life was a video game, what cheat code would you want to use the most?
Infinite stamina.
Preach.
Unlimited
going to
money.
That would be a good one.
Do it, Lord.
Pay that truck off, Jesus.
I remember 2 other questions once you all answer this one, too.
I have a quick question. Are you drinking a bowl of soup?
Who, me?
You're the only one carrying a bowl.
No, that's a mug.
That looks like a bowl of soup.
That is a Chinese cup. You leave
Just
that man alone.
Tiny little mug.
That's what fancy people do. They don't use spoons or crackers.
How tiny is that cup? Because I've seen the size of your head, and I'm looking at the comparison here.
That's just a regular size coffee cup. See?
Why does it look so massive?
That's what I thought it
Because
was
I'm
a
holding it
bowl.
up closer to the camera than my head is.
Well, we found out Taco's
See?
cheat code.
I was looking at my wife like, what is happening? Is he drinking soup?
Soup time.
You always give me those looks though, so I didn't know what
I
you
would
were talking
expect
about.
Napkins to have a bowl of ramen.
Covered in
Tetra
ketchup.
Bowl.
Ew.
There is a reason why
Mama
my
says it
logo
really
is a
is
panda.
really a ramen noodle bowl.
If you want to see a ramen noodle bowl, I've got one over there. It's like twice the size of this.
I want to see it compared to your coffee cup.
All right.
You just want to see him get up and move.
Exactly. I just wanted to see the Hawaiian shirt again. Wait, is
Sasquatch
that
and tacos.
Sasquatch?
Yeah,
Carrying
Sasquatch
tacos?
carrying tacos.
That's amazing.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. That or it's Chewbacca. Same thing.
I like watching him walk back on the screen. He just moseys. Hashtag mosey.
I didn't notice the back of his hat was green until just now.
Hey.
Where you been?
See?
They look
I'm
the
not
same
seeing much
size.
of a difference.
This one can almost fit inside of that one.
Okay.
I think it's
guess.
hilarious you actually have an instant ramen noodle bowl.
I got it at Christmas.
Yeah, that was his White Elephant game gift because I bought it.
And I've used it.
And
Mostly for
I
coffee.
helped.
The other two questions was pick a Bible story that relates to a video game, like which video game and which story.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I said Sea of Thieves and Jonah in the Well.
Survival Deep and Paul's Shipwreck. Which I couldn't get past getting on the island. I had a pile of rocks and sticks and could not craft anything.
I was waiting on Amanda to try and figure out a Bible story to go with Fortnite because I figured that's the game.
And the other one,
Easy, McMedic. That could be any time there was a gigantic army fight.
With a giant pickle running around. It happened all the time.
We have to order a
Thus
pickle for
saith
that
the
girl.
Lord, kill thy pickle.
the other question was pick a Bible story that you think would make a great movie. Specifically a movie, not a series, but a movie.
A movie. Specifically a movie. Ooh. One that's not been done.
I assume that's the way we talked about it too, was kind of doing it that way.
Well, there goes Left Behind.
I think
You almost
Samson
was
would make a
clear.
pretty decent one. I don't know if there is a movie of that.
Of what?
Samson.
Dancing.
There's a Samson.
Samson. Yeah.
There's a play.
I think there's a movie of Samson.
Well, if
Or
there
maybe
ain't, there should be.
I don't know. I would kind of like to see one of I think it would be cool to see a movie based on the Book of Judges. Like that picks out several of the prominent judges over Israel. I think something like that would be cool. Or maybe like David's Mighty Men. See a guy fighting off Philistines for a patch of peas.
Well,
There
DoorDash
was one
first
more.
piece.
There was one more question that I almost forgot about. It was if you could pick any video game to have turned into a movie or TV series, which would it be? And we excluded good versions like Last of Us, and there was another one we mentioned. I can't even remember now.
Halo.
Oh yeah, Halo was a terrible one though.
Oh yeah, well that series flopped anyway. Gosh, that's a hard choice too. I want to say Assassin's Creed, but I think didn't they do like a little series about Assassin's Creed?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well if they haven't, I would love to see that done. Or God of War would be cool.
Same answers I gave.
Wave lengthen. I don't know why my
This
wavelength looks like a little.
It's this.
got a little-
Brainwaving.
There you go. What's your answer?
She wants that Fortnite movie.
Fortnite.
They
I was
have
here thinking
a
of that Star Wars
Minecraft
game
movie
you
coming
bought,
out.
but I mean, there's already.
They are
obviously.
making a Minecraft movie, and my kids say it's gonna be terrible.
It
Yeah.
looks like it.
Saw the previews. Didn't want to buy the T-shirt. If that tells you anything.
It looks
That
like they
was
just
the
filmed
other,
Jack Black being himself running through a virtual world.
That was the other one that we said was actually pretty good. Sonic
Oh, love the new
and
Sonic
Mario.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mario movie was awesome. And I heard that they're supposed to be doing a Legend of Zelda movie.
They are working on one. They haven't confirmed whether they're going with animated or live action though. I assume it'll probably end up being animated and probably just the story of A Link to the Past.
Probably. That'd still be cool though.
We watched with the kids. That we wanted them to watch with.
The Star or something.
Did you all ever watch The Star with the boys?
Is that the one about the donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
That was a cute little movie.
We watched it with Napkins kids too.
And are we talking about movies we've watched that we enjoy? Is that what we're doing right now?
We didn't. I just kind of went that route.
You know, MoonPie, why don't you just sing the Peaches song for us?
Do it. Not too loud. We're in a hotel.
Open the door and as loud as you can.
I wish I could find that video that I sent to you where I played it on the piano and I had my little hoodie on, and this one goes out to my true love. Peach, you're so cool. With my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand. I will love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches.
I need to see this video.
I sent it to Taco about a year ago. Actually, it was a little over a year ago because it was before the break-in.
Did you all see my epic picture somebody sent in?
No. Is it
Oh, yeah.
you? What are you doing? Riding a dinosaur?
Kind
No.
of.
Wait, is it the one with the giant duck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, I want to see it.
Tell Mander to pull up the Twitch.
Got it.
Medic's Twitch.
Oh. How do I do that?
Click his name.
Here somewhere. Where's that? I
Oh.
have two photos.
Okay, it's pulled up. Now what?
Okay, just watch. It'll come up on a stream.
Yeah, I gotta find it. Uno momento, por favor.
Turns out I still have that video. I just saved it and I'm about to send it in our Slim Chance chat.
Why do you keep clicking stuff? It's not doing anything.
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what anybody's doing.
Boom.
Mario, Luigi.
Oh, I see it.
Donkey
Do
Kong.
you see that?
Oh
In
my.
all of its glory?
Hashtag Mallard.
I still don't know who sent that in, but that is the greatest thing ever.
What's a
Somebody needs
mallard
to
with
claim
you?
that.
I'm going to turn that into a poster and hang it on our front door.
I think you should
Hashtag
turn
the
it into
Real
a
Duck Dynasty.
poster and put it on your store.
That's amazing.
I would sell it on your store with your gamer tag over the top of it.
And I'm randomly wearing flip-flops. I don't know why.
Because it's a duck, you don't want to get your feet all wet wearing tennis shoes.
That's true. And it's out running the miniature horses.
It's
I still can't understand why Napkins decided he'd rather have miniature horses.
just to be different. So the video should have come through to McMedic and Napkins. So that can be uploaded on our Facebook and our Instagram as well.
That was a
Oh,
private
it's
phone that
definitely
we
going on
shared,
our
Taco.
TikTok.
Heard it wouldn't. Are you trying to play it right now?
This one goes out to my true love, Princess Peach. Peach, you're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule. Peach, understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Peaches,
Throw a
peaches,
gumball
peaches,
to
peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Oh, Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops of
Oh my
Cobras
God.
couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach, at the end of the line. Oh, I will make you mine.
And you did.
Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Oh my God.
Did you do the whole song?
Love you. Oh,
Oh, peaches.
Napkins, I think you need to clip this bit of the video to put on the TikTok page.
Oh, that's going on the TikTok page, and I will splice that into the end and maybe even the beginning of the podcast.
I like how you dug deep in it. I felt that. You put some heart into it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you're going to do it, you do it. And it's done.
Then it's done.
If you're going
Hashtag
to do
work
it,
for
you
life.
do it.
If you're
Nice.
going to do it, you do it, then it's done. Words for life.
Like that one commentator during the NCAA games last night. Hey, you can't make the shots unless you take them.
Right? Can we
You
just
You can't
just
score
talk
unless you
about
have the ball.
how much we appreciate the fact that Kentucky has a Sweet 16 or Sweet 16 room?
Right.
That's what we talked about while we were waiting on you. Is
Oh,
they finally
wow.
broke the 6-year dry spell
It was wonderful.
with a new coach in his first year and a brand new roster.
Who lost everybody, yeah.
From scratch.
I am really pleased. The Lord hath looked down upon them.
Now the question
And
remains:
we'll have to do
will
so
they,
again to beat Tennessee for the third time.
Yeah, can they beat Tennessee for a third time this year?
Who knows? Because it's madness.
That's true.
I mean, the fact that Arkansas is still in it shows there's some madness going on.
Well,
Word.
I'd like to see them lose.
Lose. You went a little Mander there for a minute.
Hashtag Mud Creek. Mud Creek MoonPie.
That should have been the name.
I am surprised that Calipari ended up beating Patino out of the tournament this year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently those two got into it a little bit during their game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a clip of it.
oh, I still have a catch my neck.
But I have to say, in case you didn't know, Patino pulled a ultimate dad move.
What did he do?
As soon as his team got beat out, he immediately got on a plane and flew to Cleveland to watch his son coach his team in the tournament to root them on.
That's awesome.
So he threw the game.
MoonPie, do you have a TikTok?
Cool. What?
Do you have a TikTok?
Yes,
Do we have a TikTok? We have one for our ministry.
What is it?
I'm at TikTok.
They also have their own private
What is-
one
what is
that's
this?
Little
Vader
Vader.
Ministries. Oh yeah. So we're working on one called Little Vader and His Troop.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a year and a half, and we ain't posted anything.
Kind of like that Temu Christmas song.
Right?
I feel attacked. I just held off on the Temu Christmas because with all the tariffs and stuff, I thought, well, how many people still going to be using Temu? Tell us, Taco.
Have you
It is
met your
officially-
brother?
Just
Where do
a
you think these fly hats came from?
a little tidbit here. It is officially on the Beyond the Quest talk at Beyond the Quest podcast.
This song
Nice.
was brought to you by LA.
0 sugar.
100% Kentucky.
Seriously, somebody tag them. How do you do that?
I've not tried the strawberry watermelon one you speak of.
Oh, it's so good.
I've not heard of that one.
It was a
Coincidentally,
seasonal
the
one.
peach one is really good.
I actually like the peach one too. I
And
didn't
I like
get
the
to try it.
blackberry.
I
The
did like
cherry
blackberry.
one is kind of
No,
like
cherry.
cough
I-
syrup.
Yeah, I don't like the cherry, and I wasn't a big fan of the blackberry, but I did like the orange.
I like the orange.
See, I didn't mind the cherry because you remember the throat spray that's
No.
cherry flavored you spray in the back of your throat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I used to just take the top off and drink it.
So you love the cherry LA.
Yes, sir.
Like, yeah, whenever you get sick, you will not use that spray. You're like, my throat hurts. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
take medicine when I don't have to.
this is true.
Hashtag medic.
Like, my head is busting. I'm like, did you take something? No. Take something.
Building up my
People don't.
immunity.
Some people can't live off ibuprofen.
Well, I have to, okay? My kidneys are going to shut down.
Thinking about taking some myself today because my hip is like out of place.
And I slept wrong last night, so I can't turn my head that way.
Hashtag we getting old.
Yep.
Welcome to your 30s.
Old in the physical, but I'm young in spirit.
How young?
Did you see where what I posted on Facebook yesterday? It says, "Remember when you could lay in one position for hours, but now you have to rotate like a rotisserie chicken every 10 minutes, or a hip hurts."
I meant to comment on that and say that I feel attacked, but I forgot to comment on it.
The problem with
Showing
that,
her
though,
age.
is even rotating hurts.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that?
that was
Sounded
my
like a gong.
that was my mic stand.
Oh.
Somebody was getting hibachi.
I thought we were about to hear fight.
Finish him.
I adjusted it. One of the springs popped.
I would like to hear you all do your best movie guy voices or girl.
Movie what?
Movie guy, like in a world where both our cars were totally underwater. Let's hear your movie voice.
I don't know if I have a movie.
Like
voice.
an announcer voice.
Yeah, like the narrator.
Yeah,
guy
the voice
who
you hear in
speaks
all the trailers.
with power. Trailer guy.
One
That's
voice,
what.
bro.
Now I gotta think of something to say though. I don't have a script.
My
They get a
mind
script.
You know where
keeps
over both
going.
of our cars.
I know I can't repeat it, but my mind keeps going to Tropic Thunder,
Let's steer clear of that one.
the Scorcher.
Who's the dude playing a dude looking like another dude?
Disguised as another dude.
I don't even know who you are. I know who I am.
Some of Robert Downey's best work.
Agreed.
Iron Man who? All right, Napkins, let's hear your movie voice.
I don't know what to say.
Just say whatever. You could say something like,
In the world where Chad was a giant teddy bear.
I'm the guy behind the scenes.
Let me think.
Go for it, wife. See what I said. I just saw a giant teddy bear.
I don't like being put on the spot.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
doing voice changing.
Go for it,
Everybody
Napkins.
focus all your attention on one person.
Napkins.
Cal would be really good at this.
Is he
Yeah, he would.
Rose or
Who's going right now? I just went.
Go ahead, Taco.
I think Napkins has to make himself a script.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take Medic's idea and run with it now, since he mentioned the teddy bear.
You do the voiceover stuff on TikTok all the time, so.
Coming this fall from Disney, experience the love of a boy and his teddy bear.
Named Chad.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think Disney will be
Just say
sponsoring
named
this now.
Chad in your best movie
I don't
voice.
know, they might.
I'm not
Somebody tagged Disney.
named Chad.
They're gonna steal that idea and turn it
didn't
into a
hear
new
you.
movie.
That's too
Well-
bad.
Try again.
Amnesia.
Chad the Cuddle Monster. All right.
Still waiting on napkins.
I think Napkins is literally making him a script.
No, I'm not making a
He's
script.
going to read an entire movie.
Put on Chat GPT. Create a movie trailer script.
What about you, Mediocre Mander? Let's hear.
Mander, get it! Down here in Mud Creek!
Go, go, go.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm froze.
For those watching and listening, this is actually how we are when we're in person.
We
This
have a
is
good
tame.
time.
Come on,
I love
Napkins,
it.
go for it.
All right, I've
True.
got it.
He's
I've
feeling
got
it. He's feeling
Ready?
Okay,
it. Oh, clear his throat.
let her rip. Chip.
Nostrils twinkled.
You can't
Come
make
on,
me
gas my
laugh.
flabbers.
In a world of imagination, there is a pink teddy bear named Chad. There you go. That's all I got.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Is that all Chat GPT come up with?
I didn't use ChatGPT. I can. You want me to? No.
Here, MoonPie's like going on about cars underwater, and we're like, giant teddy bear.
There's a teddy, and he's behind me. He pitched a tent near Sodom.
Mander.
I'm
Here-
still frozen.
No, you're not.
Lying is a sin.
Hashtag frozen.
Hashtag sinning.
Hashtag let it go.
Hashtag
Let it go. Let it go.
There we go. We'll just, I don't know. What do I do?
Let's hear your movie people voice.
I'm glad I wasn't just on the
Movie
spot.
people voice. Go.
I already did it.
They
And
didn't
then I
You
said
did not.
amnesia because nobody heard me.
Let's hear
What
it.
lies?
A teddy named Chad. That's all you gotta say.
A teddy named Chad. A teddy named Chad.
We'll work on it.
Listen, this is coming from a girl who doesn't even know who plays in movies. I just know I like a certain movie. I don't even know the name of the movie.
This is true.
Yeah, we're talking about the same woman who
Or
argued
songs.
with you that a certain country star didn't sing multiple songs that she loves.
Blake Shelton. No, it wasn't Blake Shelton. Was
Yes,
it?
it
To be
was.
fair, I think Manda's went to sleep.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, I don't even know what a narrator sounds like.
I just made it
Except
up.
for
Just
children's
wing it.
movies.
Well,
Just wang it.
am I still having to do
Yeah,
this?
you are.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's think of a Hallmark movie here. Hmm. I'm struggling.
Just cheat and use like Toy Story where toys come to life.
In a world where all the women walking down the snowy streets of Manhattan fall in love with the man that owns the Christmas tree
Well,
farm.
you did better than she did.
All right, there's a pink teddy named Chad. See you.
You could have said, I'm a pothole sitting here in the middle of the road.
Where a tire comes to life.
We're tired.
Oh,
We're
good
tired.
lord.
Watch that movie.
It's like,
Where tires come to die.
We've watched that movie.
oh, I can't do it.
The sad part is we sat through the entire movie and then watched the sequel.
I never watched a sequel to it. I did watch
You
that
didn't watch
movie
Rubber
another
2?
time. No.
No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That was a movie.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be fair, you
I
probably
remember
watched it
watching
with
it. I watched
Mama,
it with
and
you.
you and Mama's watched some weird movies.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we have.
Yeah, you have.
And that's the one where the tire just rolled around like through the desert, went to a hotel.
Blew
Start killing
up.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Killer Tire. You gotta watch it.
Yep. Watched the whole thing.
Yeah, you didn't believe me about how crazy and terrible it was, so we sat down and watched it again.
Speaking of terrible movies, have you ever seen the movie Troll 2? Which has nothing to do with Troll 1 or Troll 3.
Yes. Yes.
I will say,
you
though, I
and I
like
watched
Trolls
it
more.
together the same day
Yes.
that we watched Trevor.
Neil Bog.
The Blarney Stone.
The Blarney stuff. Uh, the dad stands up and says, "You don't pee on hospitality. You're going to tighten your belt, son."
Yeah. For
Fasten.
those who are wondering, we have a weird fascination with terrible movies.
They
But
do.
occasionally we come across some that are just too terrible to even find amusement in.
I only like amazing movies, you know, ones that are not terrible, like Napoleon Dynamite.
Playing games.
I
Hello?
Gosh.
I just called.
I think out of those little indie movies, my absolute favorite is Nacho Libre.
I agree.
Nacho!
Nacho Libre is pretty good, but I think Here Comes the Boom is better.
Ooh, I
That is
like
a
Here
really
Comes
good
the
one.
Boom.
I've
pretty cool.
often described it to people as what Nacho Libre should have been.
Who leaves applesauce in the window of their car for 12 hours? Yes.
I just want to see what
Mistakes
this
were
does.
made.
To be fair, though, I usually like almost any movie Kevin James is in.
Right.
That's my song. He's using my song. I need a new song.
You ever watch Mall Cop?
Holly
Paul
holy.
Blart?
Oh, okay.
That's Kevin James.
Oh, okay.
I took an oath.
That's Paul Blart.
No, you didn't. We don't have an oath. I made one up.
You pull up with your right side turned around with your hand on your hip to make them think you got a gun. We both know you don't.
Hashtag security at work. All they're good at is shooting water lines.
That's because they leave them laying in bathrooms unattended.
Or,
Is that corn?
shoot
Save me a
water
piece of
lines.
that corn.
Save me a piece of that corn for later.
On a leash.
Those are the Lord's chips. Stretch. If you stretch a little harder, you can touch Chad.
What is it he says about his pants? When he takes the nun out to the town?
Oh yeah. He said, "These are my recreation clothes." He tells the little fat kid. He says, "Chancho, sometimes in life, you'll find you wear stretch pants. It's for fun."
I agree with that statement.
And now we know how MoonPie got Mander.
It's the stretchy pants.
I will say the end of Nacho Libre when he jumps off the tightrope. Every time I watch it, all I can think of is from Scrubs. Eagle!
They did not give me no eagle powers, Stephen. Those eggs were alive. I don't know. I like the part where when he first meets the new nun and he's sitting there, he's like, he says, "Sometimes I think maybe I'm cut out for a different duty. You know, to be honest with you, all the other brothers, they don't think I know a buttload of crap about the gospel and stuff, but I do." Just totally loses the accent. One of my favorite parts.
Oh, what is that one really random indie one that Will Ferrell did? Mi Hacienda de Padre, I think's what it's called.
I have
And
no idea.
it's intentionally made badly, like to be like a really bad movie. The sets are obviously fake and everything, but he tries to use a Spanish accent the entire movie.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Never even heard of that.
everyone in his family is like your prototypical cowboy type. Like they roll their own hand rolled cigarettes perfectly every time. Every time he goes to, it's like crooked and bent in half and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look
Ads
this up.
playing.
Ads, not ads.
If you don't want to watch the ads, you gotta subscribe, please.
If you got Prime, you get it for free.
Please.
Word.
Speaking of ads, just one more time, want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the special episode of Beyond the Quest, AngryVetNation. They support first responders and veterans get into the world of streaming. They're a great bunch of people. You won't find any group that's better. You can learn more at angryvetnation.org. They're always on our live streams, so if you have any questions, you can pop them in chat as well.
They've always got your six.
Always.
Don't
Nice
sign
game.
up unless you're a veteran or a first responder.
That's
Sadly,
right,
you
Moonpie.
have to say that.
Multiple times, and
And
it
don't
still
fill it
doesn't
out.
work.
Yeah, it still doesn't work. No.
And don't fake it.
And if you lie, they will know.
You little stolen valors. Shame, I know your name. I know one of y'all's names.
You right.
Well,
I got ads in 15 seconds, and then you can say all your plugs you need to say, sir, and then we can wrap her up. I will say, I've enjoyed
tell
everybody
him
being
that and he
on the
walks
show,
away.
and I would definitely be down to do a faith show
Oh yeah.
if humans could work it out.
We can work it out.
After you get a new
Jesus gonna
laptop.
work it out.
Sorry, brother, I'm
He's
booked for the
gonna
next
work it out.
15 years.
We was talking to him, not you.
Okay.
Even though she wears a pants.
Before we wrap up, we do have a very special request
We
for
had
Mediocre
30 auto
MoonPie.
deletes last week because they said they wasn't responder or vet. Rip.
Huh?
Like we said, we
Wow.
repeat it multiple times and it still doesn't
You
work.
have to be a first responder or a veteran.
Mediocre MoonPie. It has
Yeah.
been requested that before we wrap up, you come up with an improv song for Slim Chance Gaming.
Yes.
Ugh.
On the
Gosh, I don't
spot.
even think my
Wow. Hey, I remember this used to be a thing for him. He used to get on
Yep.
some type of thing. It was playing music, and he'd just do improv songs over and over.
That's how he won my heart.
That says a lot about you.
He's done
It's
them
the song I
about
made up about
lamps,
a giraffe.
She's from Mud Creek. It don't take much to impress.
We can't forget the amazing song that was a collaboration between MoonPie and McMedic.
Hey, Pushing Up
Pushing Up
Daisies is always
Daisies.
the #1 hit.
It's still on
Could've won
YouTube
an
somewhere.
award.
Weren't you supposed to do red high heels for some kind of thing?
Cal never got on camera.
Oh, we're still waiting on Cal. Hey, Cal, whenever, if you watch this, I'm on camera now, so you gotta get on.
Yeah,
Not fair.
what she said.
So that means later when he gets online, you're gonna have to hop on there just to repeat that to him.
Yes, I'm probably gonna play Call of Duty until school lets out. Because we have ball games tonight, and I'm not gonna get to play till later.
That's true. I forgot about ball games.
Cal won't get on till late anyway. He always tells us, "I'll be on early tomorrow, man," and then it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock before we even see him get online.
All right,
Then we're
MoonPie,
up
let's
10.
hear it. Improv song, Slim Chance Gaming, go.
I can't do it.
Can't, never could do nothing.
I can't.
You're supposed to be able to do all things with the help of the Lord.
The Lord is not helping me at the moment. I don't know. I'm a stumpy. I'm stumped.
What?
I'm a stumphead.
Stumphead.
Escape. It's funny, it's spelled just like the word escape.
Escape. Okay,
Stumpy.
let's think. Think. I don't even have a rhythm in my head.
I don't know, Napkins, drop him some beatboxing.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Yeah, no.
Come on, improv boy.
I've not done that in so long.
You wrote a Timu Christmas song.
I did. We might have to save that for another episode when I have my guitar.
Somebody tag Timu.
Can
How
we do
how about
that, Napkins?
Set yourself a goal, and if it's reached, we'll do another episode, and I'll come back with my guitar and do an
Working
improv song.
computer.
I tell you what,
I can't
once
make no
we wrap
promises.
this up, I will set a channel goal for channel points. That means anybody watching can add however many channel points they want into it. If they reach that goal, you have to be on another episode and do a Slim Chance Gaming improv song.
I will
Agreed.
also try and figure out how to set a goal, if it'll let me.
You have to be there too.
Mm-mm.
Mander has to be
Oh.
there too.
And one
I'm not
for
saying it's
AngryVetNation.
What was the thing?
And you have to do an improv song for AngryVetNation.
Oh my goodness.
So 2 songs because you didn't do it now.
You have homework.
I got to get my guitar.
You hear that,
Yeah.
Amy and Vet? You will get an improv song if it is reached.
Homework.
Amy says yes!
Mander, hashtag homework.
And yes, Mander, you have to be a part of it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
Oh, I don't think it'll be
Improv harmony.
improv then.
I don't know. We heard her movie
I mean, she
intro. Are
doesn't
we
have
sure
to-
we want her to be a part of it?
She doesn't have to be a part of it. She just has to be present.
In New York, where
support.
people's walking down the street.
Listen, I'm getting the
MoonPie original.
little egg that you shake.
Hashtag
Yeah.
MoonPie Original. I like it.
Yep.
What?
I like it.
My phone died.
No, your phone didn't die.
You want to throw some plugs in real quick, Napkins?
Oh, it's on the neck.
For Davis
Well, we've mentioned them a
Ministries
lot.
and-
But always Always going to give some love to AngryVetNation for everything they do for us.
Yes.
Check out davis-ministries.com. Why are you? Because you're
My
giving a plug.
Oh.
You and your
Check out
dad
davisministries.com. You can get on there and visit their store. You can make donations. You can reach out to them. I would say see their upcoming dates, but that button doesn't seem to be working.
We've never filled that out. 4 years, we have
Hashtag
never
homework.
filled that out.
You can
It's a work in
also
progress.
find their music. You can
Mediocre.
check out their Facebook page at Davis Ministries, right?
Facebook.com/Davis Ministries fam. FAM. Meh.
Like MoonPie.
You can get a bunch of their updates there on their Facebook.
We do update Facebook.
Yes.
Plus their live feeds if they're preaching and stuff. So
Check out beyondthequest.com. You can hit the contact us button and send us questions, comments, piercing critical insights. There is also a link to our Discord where everybody is welcome to join. You can also be on the show by going to Beyond the Quest and clicking the contact us button and hitting the button that says I would like to be on the show, and we will make it happen.
Here's your phone.
in case you didn't know what that button meant, now you do.
You can also reach out to us at info@beyondthequest.com. Hashtag sponsors, reach out. And that's all I got.
And speaking of stores, I will say be on the lookout because thanks to this amazing person right here beside me, pretty soon we will be releasing some information for possible merchandise that we will be doing on our own because I know that Fourth Wall store is rather expensive.
Yeah.
And I can't really adjust a whole lot of that. So we decided we're just going to do it all on our own. So be on the lookout for that. Taco, any last words on the
We
brain?
need mediocre merch.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Davis Ministries merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, save a little bit of the cost for y'all to get that stuff. No, I don't really have anything else on the brain.
Napkins, anything else on the brain?
Not that I can think of.
Wife, anything else on the brain?
I actually have a question for the mediocres. Are you all in revival right now?
We are.
Or are you all going to be live tonight?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And that's on your Facebook, correct?
It will be.
Okay.
Every time he opens his mouth, she answers. Weird. Mediocres, anything else on your brains?
Marsupilami.
What?
I don't
Okay.
know.
That's not even a word.
It's an old cartoon. Marsupilami.
Okay. For those listening or watching, Jesus loves you.
Thank you, Mander. That was a
And you
good
know
one.
what? He died for people that would never choose to love him back, and that's true love.
AngryVetNation asked Davis Ministries for your sponsorship for Camp Meet. Use the donation link or question mark.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to AngryVetNation. I hate that microphone. Just for being so supportive of this group and to Davis Ministries.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Stop! Leave me alone. The Camp Meet's really a huge blessing for them to do each year, and it's a lot of work for them, but it brings forth great words and, I mean, just time spent together in fellowship. It's a really good thing that they do.
Yeah, so the support for that, we greatly appreciate
Yes.
it. We
More than you know.
They said
And-
once everything is finalized, it will be sent. They will text you when it is finalized.
Okay.
Just to give a little Angry Vet Nation behind the scenes, they do their budget at the beginning of every month. So if it was just voted on this morning, chances are it'll be sent the beginning of next month or the following month, depending on which budget they're in.
okay. It's greatly appreciated.
Mhm.
And for anyone who's listening who may be interested, camp meeting is going to be August 6th through the 10th
Mhm.
in Mansfield, Ohio. And so if you're interested in attending that, if you want to stay overnight, you want to spend the week with us, we do feed you 3 times a day. And the only cost is just to help cover the food. It's $25 a person, whether you bring a tent or stay in a cabin or bring your camper or whatever you want to do. And that's all week. If you don't want to stay the night, it's totally free. You can just come and enjoy service. We're also going to be doing some sort of family day again this year. And if you can't make it then, we also do our Awake in the Mountains tent revival, which actually this year it may not be under the tent. We're waiting to hear back from somebody about a facility. So we'll keep everybody posted on that, but it will be the first week of June, the 1st through the 7th.
They said probably be May, but it is sure happening that it passed unanimously.
Oh,
Praise the Lord.
That's awesome.
25 a person for the week for 3 meals a day per person, Mama says.
Yeah, if you stay on the campgrounds.
Yep.
yes.
Another place for you two to check. I don't know who's over it now. Check about the Martin Community Center.
Yeah, I actually already checked on that, and they said they're in the process of remodeling it. But if it gets done in time, they're supposed to get back with me.
Yeah.
Did you check?
I know
Elkhorn
it's
Park?
We have not checked Elkhorn Park yet. I was hoping to hear back about that big open space beside the highway there as you're coming down Garrett Hill. Haven't heard back from that.
Well, they're selling it for like $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that owns it goes to the church there at Maytown on the hill.
Oh yeah.
Keith Frazier knows him, so is supposed to be reaching out to him for me. I don't know.
I know the guy that kept doing a bunch of work there that was trying to sell it. He done some work here at the house once.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
I have no idea.
But we have somebody that's checking on Pikeville Independent. I think it's Pikeville Independent.
Or Pike Central.
It's one of the schools there in Pike County. It's their gymnasium. Either Pikeville Independent or Pike Central. And
I
then
would say probably Pikeville Independent.
I even thought about checking on the old Allen Central High School gym, since that's just the school board now, but I didn't know if they would allow us to like rent that.
I don't know.
I don't know who you'd have to get a hold of. I know they
Yeah,
still do the games and stuff there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's where most of the middle
Archery
school and
meets
archery and stuff
basketball
goes.
games are.
Huh. I would suggest the Wayland gym, but it's kind of small compared to the other places you're looking at.
Yeah.
Which they did remodel inside there.
That's what I was going to say. It could probably still hold a pretty good amount of people, though, because, I mean, we've got our sound system and everything, and then we've got our chairs, and so I just think it'd be cool if we were in a facility.
I know they rent that, so that may be a thing. They done a beauty pageant where a dad and his son got in a fist fight not long ago. So,
well, what about the Maytown gym?
Do they still use that? I thought that got destroyed.
It got flooded, so I don't know what kind of shape it's in.
Yeah, I don't either. Because it got hit by that recent flood too.
I can't remember which school it was in Pikeville, but one of them got flooded too.
Yeah.
Mander's refusing to get back on camera.
Mander.
Mediocre.
I am Mojo Jojo.
I would say it was probably Pikeville High School that got flooded because it's down lower compared to Pike Central and the others.
Either way, I'm sure once you find something out, that will be posted on your Facebook, correct?
Yes, we will post it. Once we get the information, it will be posted.
Gotcha. Any last words for wrapping up?
Boom slang.
Thank you to all of our guests, our special guest stars, for being here today.
Yes.
It was fun.
And make sure you stick tuned to the next streams for the goal that will be posted. That if you reach it, MoonPie owes 2 songs that he has to improv on. Should be interesting on another episode of Beyond the Quest. Till next time, love y'all. Jesus loves you more. Bye!
From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First respond, the heart's brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic Napkins and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet.